As Labour Party continues to urgently build synergy and rally all Nigerians ahead of the 2023 election, the party seems to be enjoying the widespread support from the youth, women, Nigerian workers, labour and trade unions, and several voluntary support groups. Also, the Pan-Yoruba socio-political organization, Afenifere, has restated its support for the presidential ambition of Labour Party's Peter Obi. But some critics are of the opinion that the party may not have the strength and the might to withstand the rigors of field campaign when the ban is officially lifted by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Joining us now from Kaduna is Umar Ibrahim Ahmad, Chairman Campaign Mobilization, Northern Coalition for Peter Obi, and member, Labour Party, Kaduna State. Good morning, Mr. Umar. Good to have you join us today.
Good morning from Kaduna, and thank you for having me on the show.
All right. We hope that Kaduna is fine this morning, so good to have you with us. Let's start this way.
Of course, Kaduna is in perfect condition.
Very well. I take it that your role as one of the point men for Peter Obi in Kaduna State and as a member of the Labour Party will be an important one, given, of course, the position of the Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, who seems to have an axe to grind with the candidate of your party. You know what he has always said about him. He even said recently that nobody knows Peter Obi in the North, that they would think that if they hear his name, they would think it's a new product or a Nollywood actor. If you link that to what he said about Peter Obi in 2018, where he went as far as calling him a tribal bigot, you see that clearly the governor in your state is very protective of that state as an APC state. Tell us how you will walk the Peter Obi walk in Kaduna State, and how popular is he getting? What is the situation with the Labour Party in Kaduna State?
Okay, thank you very much. Of course, politics is played like that, and you naturally expect that a candidate will meet such resistance in Kaduna State, because, of course, the governor of Kaduna State is somebody of high caliber with regards to APC. You know, as a member of APC, he's a very strong person there, and he wouldn't want to lose his state. So, of course, you expect such kind of resistance from him. So those things are common. They will say certain things like that, but we are not faced at all, because we as a party in Kaduna State and the Labour Party movement and Peter, the Obidati movement, we have on ground what we are planning, and come 28th of this month, when we begin to reel out our plans, I think the world will see, Nigerians will see that we are indeed prepared for this election. And we will cover all of the 23 local governments in Kaduna State, and in fact, the entire 19 northern states. We are prepared for the election. We are prepared for the campaigns, and we are going to, of course, surprise the naysayers. They will be shocked at what we are bringing to the table. Thank you very much.
Okay, they'll be shocked at what you are bringing to the table. A lot of Nigerians want to know what's on the table. Like they said, Kaduna is a big APC area. How would you get the votes out? You tried having a 1 million man rally the other day that Governor Nasir El-Rufai tweeted about. What was that rally like? Did you get people out there? What structure do you have on ground? Because that's what they always say against the Labour Party, that you have no structure. How many people, how many wards are you in the states?
Okay, thank you very much. With regards to the 1 million man march, I don't think it wasn't because the governor held us to to ransom for the 1 million, 2 million man march, sorry, not 1 million, please, 2 million man march. We had security issues where we were advised to shift the date for this 2 million man march. And of course, we still plan to do it. We still plan to hold it. But when we held a meeting with the security agencies, went to the police, the SIB office here in Kaduna, and they told us to shift the date for that march because they were not prepared at that time to be able to guarantee protection And because also of the fact that campaign had not started, and Kaduna being a very pivotal point in politics in Nigeria, people will be interested to see how what happens in Kaduna State, especially the other opposition parties. So for that reason, they asked us to shift ground a little bit and fix another date, which we have done, and we're communicating to them, the necessary agencies, with our plans. And then when you talk about structure, I think basically structure is about the people. Structure is about those who actually man the party. And we have that covered in all 23 local government and every ward in the state here in Kaduna. So we have the numbers, we have people who are already interested in the party. Like I said, just wait for the campaign ban to be lifted by 28th of this month. That's in about a day, 24 hours time, and you will see what we are bringing to the table. The issue about, they talk about structure every day, here and there, a Labour Party doesn't have structure. It's just politics. We will show them our structure. Thank you.
Okay, Umar, is just politics when people talk about structure. But then you can break it down, and it will be obvious to the people that beyond bringing people to come for rallies and for campaigns, there may actually be the need to have the sort of structures towards election that people are talking about. And I'll give you an example. The official list, okay, Batch A from INEC came out last week, where we could see, whose names INEC has passed that will run for certain offices. Tell us, apart from your presidential candidate, how strong is the Labour Party in Kaduna State? And are you personally running for any office? If you're not, who are the other Labour Party politicians in your state that will be running for the position of governor, for the position of Senate, House of Reps, House of Assembly, and possibly, of course, much later when the elections will be up for local government? So when people talk about structure, that's what they are referring to. Not those who will man the polling unit on election day. But in terms of the fact that when Peter Obi comes to Kaduna and he says, vote for me, I want to be the president of Nigeria, who else will be on the podium with him saying, vote for me too, because I want to be governor under Labour, I want to be a senator under Labour Party in Kaduna State? Tell us, how strong is the membership, okay, and who's running for what?
Okay, thank you very much for that, right? Yes, as you know, the vice presidential candidate of the party is from Kaduna State. That's one. On the governorship candidate, we have in the person of Jonathan Asake, who we all know is a very popular. He was the president of SOCAPU, that's the Southern Kaduna People's Union, before now, and of course have been a very public figure in terms of politics in the state of Kaduna. So yes, we have that as our governorship candidate, and of course if you're talking about structure, I don't think there is any other structure more than what he has built over the years. Then we have Engineer Michael Auta, who is from Zone 3, as the senator representing, contesting for the position of the senatorial seat in Zone 3, and we have CD Ibrahim, for the central, Kaduna Central, and of course Ibrahim Bamali for Zone 1, which is the Zaria axis. And all these people put together with what they're bringing to the table, I am very, very certain that the structure people talk about, we have these guys already doing great work on ground here. Of course, we don't make that much noise. Yes, we know on social media, people see our presence, people talk about the Labour Party as being too boisterous here and there, but on the ground here, I can guarantee you that these people have just listed. We've been going around doing the necessary consultations, going from ward to ward, local government to local government, seeing that all our party members and the various ESCOs in all of these areas are put in line with the mandate of our principal, His Excellency Peter Obi. I think that answers your question.
All right, I still want to dive deep into that question because I want to know the nitty-gritty down to the level of words. So how many words would you say now that in Kaduna that Labour Party is having weekly gatherings of members tracking their data? Because those are the people that will vote for you on election day. Those are the people that you will call up and say you've not gone to the polling place. So how many words are there in Kaduna to start with? How many words would you say Labour, you are tracking their data and people are out there on, and how many words? And secondly also too, would you
when you ask me,
hang on a minute, I'm not finished please. Would you also be digging deep into that sentiment, as regards Southern Kaduna, Sukapu and some other things, to be able to push your case in Kaduna?
Okay, yes, thank you. I cannot say specifically for sure that because I can't be everywhere at a time, yes, but we are making inroads in every word of the state.
But you get reports.
I don't have the exact number of words.
Aren't you the coordinator? You get reports.
Yes, of course we get reports.
I'm saying based on your reports.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course, we get reports every day. And based on my report, I can say for sure, for certain, that in at least, say, 70% of the wards, especially in Kaduna South, which is our stronghold, we have, I am guaranteeing you that all of the wards in, say, Kachia local government, Jaba local government, Sanga, Jamaa local government, Kaura, any of those local governments in the south, I can guarantee you that we have all of them covered already. Kajuru local government, when you come to even Chikun here, Chikun local government, which makes part of the main Kaduna city town, we have all the wards there covered already, and we are really making inroads in that area. So if it's about ward going down to the ward, yes, we still have a lot of work to do. There's no denying that fact. We have a lot of work to do because, of course, this is a burden party where it became this popular with the emergence of Peter Obi as its presidential candidate. So we have to we do the work, and that is why we are here on ground to make sure we achieve that. Then on your second question about the Southern Kaduna people and how we intend to get through to them,
I didn't ask that.
The opposition part.
No, I didn't ask that. I said, are you going to be playing on that sentiment because your bulk is Southern Kaduna, and in all of this,
most definitely, most definitely. Yes, that is what politics is. We know that an opposition party, for example, decided to choose the Muslim ticket on the basis that it wants to win the sentiment of a particular demography of the country, of the north, so to speak. And so we also will be doing that. We'll be deploying that advantage, of course, we'll use that to our advantage. We'll use the Sokapu movement. We'll use the fact that, yes, the Southern Kaduna is a majority Christian demography. There's no point hiding this fact. It's what we have to bring to bear in come 2023. It's what the party in power today have brought us down to, and we'll take every advantage to make sure that we bring these things to bear. Thank you.
Okay, Umar. What specific demography, as things stand, do you appeal to? Does your candidate appeal to in Kaduna State? We know that his movement is largely driven by the youths, particularly in the South. But then we have also seen a new development whereby the socio-cultural group in the Southwest, Afenifere, is aligning with the Ohaneze Ndibo, another socio-cultural group in the Southeast. Forming, if you like, a kind of alliance or Haniferi to say that this is not just about tribe and that the elderly are as involved in the Obi movement as the youths, But tell us in Kaduna, you mentioned the fact that the running mate to the candidate is from your state. Which demography in specific terms are you appealing to? And what's the core message of the Peter Obi movement to them?
Okay, thank you very much. One of our core message to the people, to Nigerians, is the fact that we have a candidate that is not aligned to any tribe or religion. He is a Nigerian who wants to work for every other Nigerian, irrespective of your tribe or religion. You know, so the demographic we're appealing to is it's Nigerians as a whole, Muslim, Christians, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. Everybody is on our train. We are working hard to see that we do not carry the kind of politics that the opposition parties have, taught Nigerians in the past. We want to change that narrative. We want to see, and that is why, for example, in his consultations before he chose the present vice presidential candidate in the person of Ahmad, he visited the northern elders, in his consultations to see how we can bring people who do not appear as bigots or appeal to a certain demography of the north. People who are accepted generally around the north, and we decided to settle for the brilliant Deti, who we know is first an educationist, and then the fact that the family name alone carries a weight around the north that is clean. They have integrity, and of course, everybody know them to be people who do not, pander to religious or tribal sentiment. So, of course, we are not going to target just a specific demography. We're going to carry everybody along in the north. Whether you are a Muslim, Christian, or whatever religion you adhere to or tribe you are, we are taking everybody along. We are not sidelining or, targeting any specific demography. Thank you.
All right, so don't you think this your idea of limiting this your movement and push to southern Kaduna and Sokapo, don't you think you are annihilating people from the northern part of Kaduna? Or what is going to be your approach to reach those people?
No, I did not push it to southern Kaduna alone or Sokapo. No, I just made an example of the fact that our candidate,
Omar,
the governorship candidate of the state.
Omar, let me remind you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Let me remind you what you said. I asked that would you play to the southern Kaduna? I asked you, would you play to the southern Kaduna and the Sokapo sentiment? And you said yes. That other politicians too have played that card before and
yes, of course.
Played. So I'm saying, are you not annihilating the northern part of Kaduna with this politics of Sokapo and southern Kaduna?
No, we are not, because they understand the fact that the person we are using as our governorship candidate is not a tribal bigot. No, we are doing that because we want to counter what the opposition party, the advantage the opposition party is taking. Of course, every party will look at a stronghold and make sure that that stronghold, they have the block vote from that stronghold, and then spread to the other part of the state and see what they can grab before to be able to win the election. Every party have a stronghold, yes, and Labour Party is taking advantage of the fact that this part of Kaduna, we have the numbers there that we can bring in to the Labour Party. Yes, because of course the APC already have a stronghold in the north, especially in Zone 1. So we have to take advantage of Zone 3, of course, and start from there. Then we build up our advantage towards the other part of the state. It is what politics is about. I said it earlier that where a party, for example, running for the presidential seat, decided to go for a Muslim ticket, it was to the basis that they want to appeal to to the sentiment of a part of this country. It is how to win election, Rufai. It is what you do to win election. You have stronghold. You take advantage of those places. Thank you.
All right, Umar, that's understood. But as we run out of time, let me just quickly put these very short questions in. One, as a young man yourself,
Yes.
When you see your candidate go visiting former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Ibrahim Babangida, Abdulsalami Abubakar, what comes to mind?
Yes.
Because people think that, we thought that it would be a radical departure, from the norm. But then when you now see him go to the so-called owners of Nigeria, does that not say that he's desperate for endorsement from anywhere that he can get it? That's one. Quickly, secondly, what will be your advice to him on the important question of climate change, given the fact that he has admitted to the fact that his knowledge in that area seems limited? You know what he said about the fact that he needs to know more about it. But there was a report last year, as you may know, the Bogen report, which says, of course, which links the issue of poverty with climate change, particularly in the northern part of Nigeria. And that there is a link. What will be your advice to him and to his strategic core members on how his government, if he wins, if he becomes the president, will tackle and address the issue of greenhouse gas emissions and climate change, particularly in the northern part of Nigeria?
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Let me take the first question. His visits to, as you say, the so-called owners of Nigeria. Our presidential candidate is a very humble man. His humility, of course, is not in question. Everybody knows that he is somebody that respects elders. So it is only proper for him to visit these people and talk and express his intentions for this country. Yes, of course, we know that some of them have held these positions before, and say so. In some quarters, would say that they had not performed as we would have expected. But then you cannot throw away experience. Experience comes to play in situations like this, So it is only proper for him to visit and, of course, show interest and express his interest in coming for the office of the president of this country. So I don't think it's anything. There's no desperation, as people want to say in various quarters. There's no issue of desperation there. For what I see, this is a man who shows humility for those who have been there before him. I think that is okay for me. And then for the second question with regards to climate change, of course, there's no doubt that we in the North have seen the adverse effect of this issue of desert encroachment and the situation in the Sahel, and which of course have led to the fact that we have herders and farmer clashes that have resulted in what's the insecurity problem in the Northwest, because of course people from Mali, say Guinea, and the other part of West Africa that do not have the kind of land, arable land, and for pasture that we have in Nigeria, have to come come towards this part of the continent to graze. So yes, I'm not an expert in that area, but of course with the little knowledge I have, I know that the effect of the climate change, would play a very big role, in policy development in this country, to be able to capture the effect, especially for areas like Borno State, the Lake Chad, the shrinking Lake Chad, and all that. So yes, we will look into it. And of course, those of us, we thank you for bringing this kind of questions to us. And of course, we would look into it, read deep into them, and see how in the policy development of the Labour Party and our president, how we can attack this very big issue that has become a global problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rich. I really appreciate you.